Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the unknown. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and God's taking care of you and your family and shit. Today's video is basically gonna be the birthday special, or at least the first ever Q&A that I'm basically doing, at least on this version of the channel, because I have done it on my old one before that bitch got taken out by YouTube, but it's all good and shit. So yeah, if you know, the other day was basically my birthday. I am now 17 years old as a junior in high school and shit. So, wanted to come out, have y'all show support and all that stuff, for an astonishing day, as, life is, doing very, very well over here for me, basically. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna hit up on the community tab. Let's do a Q&A and shit. And, yeah, so now I'm just gonna be like, reading a bunch of comment sections. Okay, so the first comment that I'm gonna be reading is from the man, the myth, the Godzilla nigga himself, Viper. He basically asks, would you rather see Puppet in Squiddy Toilet or Springtrap get rizzled by the Rizzler? I think I would go with the second one, because number one, anyone who even mentions or thinks about Squiddy Toilet should, honest to God, grow up and go fuck themselves. And two, if you're talking about P Diddy, that would be kind of very, very funny. All right, so next question we have is from Jenny, and she basically asks, what's your favorite and least favorite FNAF game? Also, can you make a video ranking tier list every FNAF character by how much you like them or how powerful they are? In terms of a tier list, I already planned a video of that, or a community tab of that. So if you guys obviously want that really badly, just be out there or suggest it more and more often, because if there's more and more motivation and more support on this idea, then I'll be very likely to do it. That's kind of something from here and now on, and I am very likely to break that same promise, so get that. And now the second one, the favorite FNAF game I have is going to Pizza Simulator, and the least favorite FNAF game that I have is probably going to go to Security Breach, as I view that game as the reason that FNAF community is viewed as a sack of shit. Though I at the same time like Security Breach due to the fact that, at least in the power scaling sense, aka, money and views for me, it, gives a couple of content. So yeah, I guess it is something to, gain out of it. All right, so the next question we have is from Flunksy. He basically asks, "What's my favorite song?" Now this is a tricky one, as there's a lot of songs that I basically like out in the world, but I guess my favorite song, if I had to go off one on the top of my head, it would likely just simply be Ecstasy, something like that. It would probably be like Ecstasy or an XXX Tentacion song, something like that. Next up, we have Lovin' Boy, or J Junior Horror, and basically he asks, what's my favorite fictional character of all time? Now, shockingly, and this is gonna be shocking to a lot of you guys, if you guys know the Disney show Owl House, that ran, I think, back in 2019, my favorite character in that show, and like technically in all of fiction, is basically Luz Nocita. I really like this character and felt connected to them really immediately, and I'm not bothered by the fact that, at least at the end of the series, she is basically gay. And just simply a massive fan of the character, and also just simply love the concept that she was at the end of the series. Now, the next question is from Vito, aka the person who basically made the Sonic vs. Superman edit for me, and he basically has a barrage of questions. Now, the first one he asks is what is your new top 10 characters of all time? My list, if you know my TikTok, hasn't really changed much, and I don't want to go in a yap session basically answering this. 2, will you ever change back to your older editing style? No. I don't really have intentions to do that, because I found it a little bit lazy to do that. I don't know, I just didn't like it a bit. When's more Goku bullying? Coming right up, man, don't worry. What made you get into FNAF power scaling? Seeing people, with massive misconceptions on the verse, and simply like just having the brain capacity of a 5-year-old when it came to the knowledge of the verse, and just people not really understanding anything about the series and all that shit. So it kind of pissed me off to where I was like, I'm gonna make my own content and shit. I'm gonna make these own videos and all that stuff, and I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get these people in their heads and shit. Who's the best debater you've ever debated? The best debater that I've ever debated, it probably be Shadow. If you know Shadow on Discord, then you already know that. Other than that, I don't really view any of my other debates as debates, especially like ones where I was ass as hell back then. But I don't really debate no more because I found debating cringe as fuck. So that's just off memory. That's like one of the more better people that I debated, or at least I really, really wanted to debate. But yeah, top 10 YouTuber, I'm not answering that. The JJK ending, I thought the Jujutsu Kaisen ending was meh. Like, I thought it was I didn't like the way they killed off Sukuna, and I didn't like how they introduced Yuji's domain, as it was inconsistent with the narrative that they built, like, in the series of how you obtain a domain expansion. But it's whatever. I thought the ending was meh, like fine-ish, I guess. And yeah, so that's basically from the boy Vito. All right, so the next one we have is from TBCAM, and he basically says, what's your most least and favorite character in fiction? Which made you get into editing? Now, I already answered the other part halfly, but what made me get into editing is just simply people making takes with really bad reasoning and just slandering characters because it's their favorites and all that stuff. And I was like, hold on, man, I'm gonna make some of these edits and stuff with logic and reasoning behind them, and actually defend these like ideas that I basically have. So I'm gonna get into editing. If you were on my original channel before it got copyright struck off the internet, my first ever edit was Monty versus original Foxy, back when basically the originals versus Glam Rock war was basically happening. But my opinion on that take even then has drastically changed now, mainly thanks to the week before. So yeah. And least favorite character of fiction, I really don't have one. If I was to get one, it'd probably be Amber from Invincible, because she's annoying as fuck, and her ideology, or at least her pettiness on Mark, is fucking mentally retarded. But that's like besides the point. The next question is from Bendy Edits, and he basically asks, do you enjoy making videos and content, and do you enjoy power scaling characters? And I would say yes to both of these. YouTube and making content has been something that I've dreamed of for an extraordinarily long time, ever since watching like Corey X Kenshin back like when I was like a little ass kid, back in like the early FNAF days and Hello Neighbor days. It was like some shit I really want to do, and I'm happy that I am doing it now. And as for power scaling characters, power scaling was something that I was very intrigued by, and when I got into it and learned more about it, I was just fascinated by it. And simply, it's an interesting thing to do. People like to make fun of power scalers, and that's fun and all that stuff. Let them do what they want to do. But the saddest part is that we are doing a fun topic at the end of the day, and also, at least in my case, I'm getting paid for it, so I really don't give a shit then. But yeah, so let them do that. Bullshit there. You feel me? All right, and the next question we got is from Literally Finn. He basically asks, what's my opinion on the recent glaze for Flumpy? Now, if you're talking about Flumpy the debater, my bro, basically, the glaze that we do on him is just that he's such a bad debater, or even if you even call him one, that we just jokingly say that he is the best debater of all time. The reality is just that he sucks so bad that we basically call him that. We joke around with him. He also says really cringe lines. Like, he says words are words and facts are facts. Like, bro, nigga, we just be laughing our asses off and be like, hey, yo, hold on a second. We just gonna call him the greatest debater of all time. And we just gonna be like, hey, everything he says is factual, bro. Like, we make the appeal to Flumpy term and shit. Like, bro, I swear on my mama, bro, we just be making fun of the nigga, bro. But I think that's really gonna be it for the video. If you guys like this and probably want more content like this, where I'm just simply down to earth and like talking shit with you guys, then you know, obviously suggest that, like these videos and all that shit, and you know, share the videos, share the content and all that. I just realized we're almost at 2K subscribers, so let's see if we can hit 2K subscribers before the end of the month. And if we do, then I'll probably do a face reveal. But if you already know my TikTok, then you already know what I look like. And yeah, and without that, this is the unknown with a Q&A. May God bless y'all. Keep y'all niggas safe. Peace.